Hello everybody and welcome to the first heat event in 2022. My name is Carsten Ehling and I'm an area sales manager at PROBAT. First of all, I would like to say that we are all vaccinated and tested during the session, so we are safe. This year we are going to talk about our main topics like sustainability and digitalization, but of course topics that drive the coffee world. For example, the power of grinding. Therefore, we are today at Baumeister in Hamburg-Norderstedt, which is a member of the PROBAT group and are experts in grinding technology. So, over there are Thilo and Dietmar, which are supporting during the session and are the specialists and experts, but they will introduce themselves.
Yeah, hi folks, I'm Dietmar. And I'm a member of the PROBAT R&D team in Emmerich, where we do the grinding trials together with our customers on our pilot plant.
Welcome to Baumeister. My name is Thilo Lechner and I'm the Chief Design Engineer from the Roll Grinder division here in Norderstedt. It's near Hamburg. And the Baumeister company is a member of the PROBAT group since 1985. And a manufacturer of many types of grinders and mills. And the mainly types of grinders and mills are, for example, the universal turbo mill used for sugar, for spices, for starch, lactose, limestone, gypsum and many more. But the most are used for the sugar. And furthermore, we have gap mills for products with soft and medium hard materials used when even a finer product is required, as by the turbo mill. The universal turbo mill and the gap mill are high-speed rotation mills up to 120 meters per second, and they grind by a crushing impact process. What have we more? We have classifier to separate the coarse and the fine particles. We have beta blade mills for products with a high fat content. We have big roll flakers for the food oil industries. For product oil seeds, for example, soya beans or raps. And that was used and necessary for the oil extraction afterwards. We have different kind of roll grinders for products as fertilizer urea or superabsorbierende polymer, short SAP. It's a granulate to absorb moisture. You find it, for example, in diapers. And we have many types of grinders for the coffee industries. You see, we have a big product spectrum. It comes from a small laboratory mill to a huge, big, heavy roll flaker. It's a machine with 800 millimeter roll diameter and up to 30 tons weight. You see, we have a lot of grinding and particle size reduction competence here. And now we want to share more information about coffee grinder, and for that we want to show you a video, and Dietmar will present the information about it.
Yeah. Okay guys, let's have a look closer to the machine itself. So here we have a 3-stage grinder, roller grinder for coffee grinding. So we see here on the top we see the feeder where the coffee is going provided to the grinder, past the 3 different stages and get at least out at the superfine stage. So further we will go to the drives. Let's have a closer look for that one. So there you can see that each roller can have a drive. I have to say can because the drive configuration depends on the customer's needs. So you can have 1 drive per roll, or you can have 1 drive per section, and then the iteration is with sprockets. Furthermore, as a standard for this type of grinder, we have added a magnetic separator that allows us to extract foreign particles. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Dietmar. That was, I think, a good overview over the grinder itself and what is the technology behind with the coffee. Now we would like to dive a little bit deeper in the technology. And yes, I collected some questions from the market or the customers. And the first one is, a lot of roasteries are increasing their output when it comes to ground coffee. And they, of course, have PROBAT mills, for example. And do they have to buy a new mill if they want to increase their output, or are there any other opportunities to do that?
Yeah, well, the grinders, all the grinders of PROBAT are equipped with a feeding device too. That is a star valve with a frequency control drive, and that allows to adjust the capacity. That is higher speed is more capacity and so on. And certainly the maximum capacity, it depends on the respective grinder size. And finer grind has a lower output as a coarser grind. In case a higher output is desired, yeah, a third stage can be a solution as a two-stage grinder. That can be. But if you are on maximum, for the grinder is, yeah, then bigger grinder is, you have to integrate the bigger grinder for sure.
I understand that. Yeah, so you have some adjustments, let's say that in that way, but every mill or grinder has its limits. So yeah. Okay.
That is physical.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah.
And how is it possible to check if I'm really at the limit or not? Is there some kind of a sensor or monitoring in the system that allows us to control the power intake or what?
Yeah, we have some locking of currents. You can see it on the graph at the panel, but not all the time are the motor current maximum is a indicator of the last limitation.
Okay.
It depends on the product. When you don't reach the product anymore, and the particle size distribution is not in the target, then can be
also a
limit or aware on the roads. So,
as you say that particle distribution or the grain particle size, do I have an influence to control that with a grinder?
Yes, of course. That is the most important thing at the grinder for the fineness or particle size distribution. We have integrated a gap adjustment, roll gap adjustment. In each stage is one, and that is the main tool for do that. It is available as standard, as manual. Then you use the tool to adjust, to have counter for reproducible this gap, and it's very manual. And we have an option. There was an electrical version, electrical movement of the gap adjustment, and there is controlled or operated at the panel. It's a touch panel. It's located in the switch cabinet or directly on the grinder, and there you can make the settings and work with recipes on some more.
Okay, very good. And another question is when maybe a customer is producing whole beans at his plant, and now he decides to change that and to produce ground coffee. And then he thinks about espresso coffee. How many stages do I need for that?
Yeah, well, when we talk about espresso coffee, that we have all clear on this moment, when you analyze it by a laser measurement system, for example, we have a mean value of X50. The target or the range for espresso is between 200 microns up to 350 around. And that is possible to do it with 2 stages, but the 200 microns, finer course, the finer grind was quite on a limit on it. It depends on the capacity. And for more flexibility, example in the capsule production, or you need a finer product, then it's better to use a 3rd stage, a 3-stage grinder.
Okay. And when maybe you decide for a grinder with 2 stages, is it possible to adjust a 3rd stage afterwards, or do you have there any chances?
Yes, it is possible. You can add additional stage in the 2-stage grinder as a retrofit, for example. In the series 300, it's a series of grinder, there is an empty space prepared and provided by a empty housing, and then it's easy to add another stage. You don't change the dimension of the grinder. The outlet can let on the point, and the outlet and the inlet, and you need more equipment for cabinet and for the grinder, of course, but it's not so difficult.
Yeah, very interesting. As I see behind, there are a lot of engines at every roll. What is it for? Or why do I need so many engines?
Yeah, in this grinder, the grinder is equipped with single, separate motors for each roll 1. Some customers want to play a little bit. You have to know you can do something for the particle size distribution in the fine content.
Okay.
Yeah, there are different modes or methods from the corrugation, the fluting, the teeth direction from the surface of the roller, and then you can play it from the ratio from 2 to 1 and 1 to 2, and then there is a little influence of it.
Okay.
And therefore you can do it, but in standard there is a one motor for each section or for each stage. That is also good.
Okay, so you mean it depends on the recipe, and you have more
options.
Opportunities to influence the grain particles in the particle distribution.
Can a little bit have influence, but it's not so big as a roll gap adjustment. That's the main influence.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes even in capsule production, it's very, very important to trigger really the last few percentages to gain more or less fines depending on the capsule design. So it's very useful to have such a tool then in that case.
Yeah. Understand. And another question is, in ground coffee areas, there is a lot of emission like noise or, for example, CO emissions. What can the grinder do to reduce it or to?
How is it protected?
Or protected.
For the CO emission is protection is. We have sealed doors that get with a pneumatical sealing pressed to the housing, and so it's very tight at that place. And even in the case such a sealing is damaged, the CO would get out. But then we have these closed doors around the openings, and this will be. The second point, noise. It's really crazy sometimes, but customers ask during the trials, is the machine really running? And they wonder why no coffee is coming out, but for sure you need to fill up the mixer, the mixing chute underneath the grinder. That takes some time for sure. But the noise is very low, and so you can have this discussion also with the running machine, no problem. Okay. We can talk to each other No, really no problem.
So this grinder is still running, or?
No, it isn't. We need the coffee.
Sound is similar.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, another topic is of course the chaff in the ground coffee. Yeah, I think therefore it's a densifier. Can you put some more details to that?
Yeah, it's a must. You have to say it's a must for when you produce capsules that you need to get rid of this big chaffs. And these chaffs are inside the roasted beans, and then when you crush the beans, for sure, this chaff will come out and need to be destroyed, because otherwise the bigger size of this chaff will block the outlet of the capsule. So it's very important that you then run the machine with a slight or with a certain amount of compacting, and this will, and due to the design of the mixer, then the chaff gets crushed and destroyed into very, very small pieces. And the effect is that you have a very homogeneous product appearance.
Yeah.
They are not gone, but you don't see
still
it anymore.
Yes.
It's disappeared.
Okay, that makes sense.
You will lose no weight.
Then you got more extraction out of the capsule, and
And
For sure.
by analyzers, you don't get a problem, because the tiny shafts or skins make problems sometimes by the analyze.
Yeah, okay, very good. And how do you control it? If there a control system behind, is it possible to connect the control system with a plant control system? What opportunities do I have there?
Yeah, in the switch cabinet, or directly on the grinder, you see it in this example, there is a touch panel located. That is a human-machine interface. Every electrical adjustments or settings, you do that on the touch panel, and as well you have a lot of information recognized on the touch panel, as temperatures or currents or alarms, vibrations, so on. And this controlling is also be possible to, or it's practice to link it to the control room, a central control room in the coffee plant.
Okay, very good.
That's normal in big
So you
coffee
got
plants.
all the information from different grinders in one location. Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but you told us before this one is a very special machine and has of course some more features that are interesting and at least state of the art but not standard. I think we can go over and I grab the camera and we can talk about these features.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Here we are.
This is the grinder UW900.3. It is not full mounted. Some covers are left, but it's a very fully equipped machine. We want to show you have additional customized requests, special requests, and we want to show you some of these highlights today. The first I want to show you, it's in the grinder stages. There are the rolls located, and underneath there's a scraper blade, and the scraper blades are normal to clean the roll during running. But in this case we designed a removable scraper blade, manual, without any tools. That was not such an easy task because the scrapers must be very stable in the fixed position, and also must be very straight and accurately and without any play. And now I want to remove that and to show you. First I will open the doors, one door. It's also easy without any tools, but it's not the topic what I'm talking before. underneath there are the scraper blades. And normally they are totally fixed. And then I can remove them. And here you see the knife or the scraper blade. It's easy to handle.
Very easy.
Yeah, and that is made for the cleaning process. It makes comfortable more for the cleaning process because there are no spaces behind and easier to access.
Let me ask you one question. If you do that extraction very easily and quick and so to clean, but then you have to readjust it, I think, the blade.
No.
Not?
So it is a
Really?
totally fixed position without any play. It's
you don't need to readjust it.
No, it's eccentric and eccentric
Hold.
clamp. No readjust.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Find the total accurately positioned back.
Okay, wow. Impressive.
Okay, the door LED. Come to the next, to the water cooling. Water cooling is for the roads. That was about to separate the measurement, the water flow measurement, adjustment, as well as temperature recording for each individual roller. Was a custom-ish. Normally, standard was each stage, manual, adjusted, and not electrical, and not each roll. It is an independent flow.
So very
capacity.
special, let's say.
Yeah, you see, it is very extensive equipment.
High-end control. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cleaning the filter.
Okay.
Then you can do it during the run.
Okay. During operation. Okay. You can.
During the operation,
Okay,
you close
cool,
the valves here and here, and then flows to the
okay.
bypass,
Okay.
and you can clean the filter without any stop the machine or the plant or the
I see.
production.
And
Great.
What do you say if a customer asks me, is it a must-have, or what is the benefit for the customer?
It's additional. The cooling of the rolls. The important thing is they are not cooling the coffee, it's cooling the elements, the components, for example, bearings, and hold it stable without any thermal.
And the inside of the rollers.
So it is
Inside the
more a
rollers.
protection for the equipment.
Hold it more stable in the terminal
Expansion.
expansion. And in this case, the rollers are have a differential speed ratio. When you switch, for example, to the other, the one is the faster roll, and you switch to the other is the faster roll. It's might be a thing that you can adjust the flow, water flow more and less.
More accordingly to the speed, to the radiant speed of the rollers itself.
Of course. And everything can be make settings at the controlling system or connected maybe for the recipe if it is necessary.
So more monitoring and adjustments and
it's little customized tuning.
okay, very good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's
next,
move over.
I want to show you something. Can you take it away? We come to the densifier. Ja, den muss mal weg. Sorry.
Yeah.
The densifier. This equipment here. In this case, we realized a pulling out system for the densifier screw. That makes it more easy to clean inside of the room. And I will show you. It can be done
That's cool.
by operator.
Bling, bling.
It's easy to do it.
Yeah, I like this one. I want to have it in Emmerich.
In your R&D center.
Can I take it?
Yeah, you have a
Great.
smaller grinder there.
Yeah. No problem. We can cut out of.
That was very special, and it's
Yeah.
easier to clean in the
Yeah.
inside,
Yeah.
internal rooms.
Okay. Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to vacuum it here and here and here. It's possible, but that is a more comfortable thing.
Yeah, of course. And is it adjustable afterwards, or is it only with a new grinder possible to
No,
include?
it's just for a new grinder.
Okay.
It must be
Configurated
designed
directly.
to the combination. It's not as a retrofit. Yeah, maybe, but yeah. We have done it for one retrofit, another kind of grinder. For
Okay, very good.
Yeah, I remember one thing. Yeah.
So it is possible. Yeah. That are good news.
So and again, no.
But not for the total big grinder.
Okay,
It's
you
limited on the 900 length.
Okay.
900 length rolls.
Okay.
900 millimeter.
So you only push it back. You don't have to readjust anything else.
No.
True alignment of the shafts. No,
Yeah,
no
it's
problem.
No problem. It's
Pretty cool.
connection here.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, I see. Yeah. Great.
and here more clamps.
Tilo, by the way, what is this for? Ah, I see, nitrogen, okay.
It's
So you
a
can purge the turbo channel
Yeah,
with
it's a
nitrogen. You have
additional
a good atmosphere
customized,
for the aroma, okay. For the aroma safety, okay, cool. Great,
Yeah, the three highlights. Okay.
thank you.
Yes, thank you, Thilo and Dietmar. That was very interesting for me, and I hope also for you. Another advantage, what we learned from the market, is that the roller exchange is very fast and easy when it comes to, I forgot the word, for maintenance points. Yes, that's right. And therefore, we created a video clip which shows how easy it is and how fast it is. Of course, the technician who does it is experienced, we know that, but look at the video and enjoy. Yes, that was the video clip. I hope you enjoyed it, and as you can see, it is very fast, 2 hours and 14 minutes. Of course, I have to say it is in our R&D center, very clean conditions and everything was prepared, but that shows it could be done in 2 hours and 14 minutes, but maybe it lasts a bit longer at the customer side. Yeah, at least I would like to thank you for watching this heat event, and maybe next time in May, our next heat event,